Hey, so before we get into this week's question, slow down for a second, deep breath. Most people already know at least one thing that they keep on repeating, whether it's starting projects and losing momentum, avoiding difficult conversations, giving people another chance, waiting until pressure gets high before taking action, maybe, knowing what needs to happen, and still doing everything around it. Most people can see the pattern. What stays hidden is what keeps it alive. How does it benefit us? Every pattern comes with a story. The story usually sounds reasonable too. Listen, I need more time. I need to think about it. I don't want to make the wrong choice. I'm waiting until things settle down. I don't want to hurt anybody. I work better under pressure. I've always been this way. Those thoughts don't sound like excuses. They sound true. And this is where people get stuck. We're here to change this. The mind gets creative when it wants to keep something familiar. Did you know that? Even when that familiar thing creates frustration, missed chances, and that same lesson in different forms, exhaustion. Think about how many times you've made a promise to yourself and you meant it. You were serious. I get this. You wanted the change. Really. Then a few days later, you're right back in the same place. Most people focus on the behavior. I need more discipline. I should be more confident. I should be more motivated, more consistent. Meanwhile, the story underneath never gets questioned. It gets accepted. What if that story is old? What if you learned it years ago? And what if it helped you get through difficult times and was a strength? What if it helped you avoid disappointment, rejection, embarrassment, responsibility, being seen or judged? A lot of stories start as protection. And a lot of times people don't update them, so they keep on using that old map for a life that no longer exists. Think about the pattern you've been working on lately. Then ask yourself this powerful question. What explanation keeps showing up every time I try to change? What sentence do I keep repeating? What story do I keep recycling? What does that story help me avoid? And take your time with this. Pause and write those down. Don't rush. The first answer usually comes from habit. Stay with it a little bit longer. That's where something deeper and magic starts to show up. Change. Underneath patterns is something people typically don't look at. Disappointment, rejection, responsibility, visibility, uncertainty, letting go. The pattern stays because part of you still believes it's helping. This week, we are focusing on being honest with ourselves. This changes everything. Notice the story when it shows up, how convincing it sounds, how quickly you agree with it, even if you're not aware. Then ask yourself, if I stop believing this story for the next 24 hours, what would I do differently? Start there, because life changes when you stop automatically agreeing with the story running in the background. Here's your powerful question for this week. What story keeps convincing me the pattern is necessary? And if you stopped believing that story today, what action would you take next? Because remember, the more time you give to yourself, the more other doors of opportunity show up. And knowing this changes everything.